Welcome to our course, Neural Network, and in this part of our course, we are going to learn more about the recurrent neural network. So in our past lessons, we actually have some discussions, introductory discussions on recurrent neural network and some other kinds of neural network. So in this part of our lesson, we're going to have an overview of what a recurrent neural network is and why do we need to have a recurrent neural network. So basically, recurrent neural network is actually very important if you would like to have an association of one word to the other. And this could actually happen going back and forth. So meaning our algorithm is going to understand the relationship of one word to other words. But before we go into that, we have this an idea of sequence centric. So basically most of the applications that we have, it can be a result of a sequence centric application, which is actually most often are processed as bag of words. So which means to say they ignore the ordering of words. They just actually have this group of words and it sort of map one word to the other with respect to how similar this word with respect to the other words. Now, the problem is this kind of approach may have a problem because natural language processing may involve not just calculating or identifying how similar this particular word with respect to other words. Most especially nowadays that our neural network or natural language is actually more advanced. So we also have to understand the relationship of this word with respect to the other word and what would be the resulting meaning of this new combination of words. And apart from just having this combination, we also have to also understand and take note of the syntax or the grammar correctness of a certain resulted group of words. So with respect to that, the use of bag words or bag of words may not that be very applicable in this case. So posing, we have these very important two examples. Let's say very important. So we have the dog playfully teased the cat, and the cat playfully teased the dog. So as you can see in this case, we only interchange the two words, which are the dog and the cat. But the meaning now is very different because in this case, the first sentence, the doer of the action is the dog, and in the second sentence, the doer of the action is the cat. So basically, and semantically speaking, the meaning is very different from each other. So if we are going to use the bag of words in this case, the result would be that our model will just be treating these two sentences very similarly, but actually they are very different, and that's where we have a problem. That is why there is actually a problem with respect to the semantic interpretation when just using a bag of words. And also, there would be a problem when the size of a certain text would be at hand. So we have here two cases. I want to repeat it. The first case would be a semantic interpretation, which is very important. And the second case is that when the size of the segment is relatively very small. So in this case, we would not be able to create a new combination of words in such a way that its meaning would be more meaningful and interpretable. Now, maybe you would want to ask me what would be the solution if we have this kind of situation. So, my solution or recommendation would be that we are not going to use the bag of words method, but instead, what we're going to do is that we're going to treat each word's position in a sentence separately. Because grammatically speaking, syntactically speaking, our words in a certain sentence has its own function, and its own function will depend on its position in a particular sentence. But of course, the sentence pattern, the grammar, we call it grammar of an English language, is also very different from the grammar of the German, of the Filipino language, or any other languages in the world. So that is why it's always very important for us to be able to have this particular standardization of, shall we say, the words that we have in a certain study or a certain project. Do you want to know more about this channel? Just click these cards. We do have a lot of free data science courses for free, like Machine Learning Essentials, Deep Learning Mathematics, and a lot more. Here, you can always learn an upskill for free.